Welcome to the Cult of Cinema. I am Aaron, and we are talking tonight about, well, Blu-ray collection stuff, plus other stuff. Because Severin went back online today. And what did that mean? Well, I had my order placed. Just putting that there first. I had my order placed. I was very satisfied with my order. I had picked out a lot of stuff that I wanted. And then I noticed there was a couple other things that were kind of interesting. And I said, I want to get my dad something for Father's Day as well. So that came into play. Hey, Ragman. Hey there, Dave. So I twisted my arm and, hey, man, went back and did another order from the Severin site. So just all in all, hey there, Mary. Anybody else go back and order any more stuff? Hey there, Michael. I'm trying to get this here thing off, and it's taking so freaking long. I got 5 more titles. So altogether, no groceries for me this week. So yeah, 18 titles. So I got my email already before, and I paid for that. The site is... How was the site stood up for you, Michael? Actually, I've been on it all day. Even my dad's been on it all day. It came up around 4:30. You might want to check it again. Hey there, Al. So, what I decided to do is keep up with the collection thing. I don't even call it Saber because I got nothing to unbox today. When I get the Severin titles, I will Cult Saber the hell out of that. And I got some coming from Death Bomb. You're probably not here right now, but I'm going to be sending your stuff out really soon. Oh yeah, the site's insane right now. It's working fantastic because there's not a million people on it. They are definitely going to need to update that site. I don't do a lot of coding and stuff, but I would say like move away from the Java and get some recoding, like do Shopify or something like that. That would be my suggestion. So today's video, we're going to talk about the Severin. We're going to talk about what I got, because what I got coming, what I added onto it, because I'm actually super stoked about the stuff they added on. I added on a couple limiteds. I had to do that. Had to. I had to. They're limiteds. I wasn't going to. I was going to say, no. You've tempted me enough. I've got enough. And then I said, I'm just going to look through the pages. And so I'm looking through the pages, right? I'm going through. And my better half's like, you can get a couple things. So I'm like, oh, man. I really want to maximize like what I can get. So basically, for the lowest amount, get the highest quality. Oh, by the way, just so you know, if you came here for the collection part, you're not going to be disappointed, I don't think. I have all my Steelbooks here tonight, and my Digibooks. I got some box sets. I got a couple other things as well. Indy, did you order more? I got to ask, Indy, did you... Severin site's back up. Did you order more? So before I go into the stuff, we're going to look at a lot of stuff here. And it's going to be heavy as hell to put back. So appreciate the fact. Hit the like button, because I took it on my Steelbooks for you. And that's going to break my back when I put it back. But I did it for you guys because I'm that nice. So you want to know what I got? You want to know what I ordered? The extras? Oh man, I had to. I had to. So, the new stuff that added to my order, which was already 13 items. Okay, I got something for my dad too. Because, Father's Day and all that. I wanted to get something for my dad, and I knew that he's a big Jess Franco fan, so I wanted to grab him something from there. So I grabbed the limited edition of Gwendolyn with the damaged slipcover. Not sure how damaged it's going to be. Maybe it'll be totally damaged. But it was the same price as a regular. So I thought, since it's the same price as a regular, I'm going to roll that dice. Hey there, George. And see if, I get a half-decent slipcover. That'd be cool. It's Doesn't have to be perfect. I know it's going to be damaged, but it's the same price as a regular. Why not go for that? So if anybody's ordering Gwendolyn, then, roll for the damaged slipcover, because what's the worst that can happen? You still get the same movie, and slipcover doesn't turn out to be that great. It's the same price. Okay, so one that I picked up specifically. Hey there, Steve. Welcome back, man. I picked up specifically for this channel. I wanted it anyway because I like exploitation and I like mono films. So I wanted to get this for my channel. So basically, I was looking at like this box set, like this naughty box set that came out, right? And when I looked at it, I was like, I really want Felicity out of that, because I'm getting Next to Kin. That was on my previous order, and I got a few other Aussie titles that I want to like review. I want to do like an Ozploitation like video on here. So I was going through them, and I never looked at the Blu-rays of any of those before. So I looked at the Blu-ray of Felicity, and there were two titles that I had put in my cart already, and there were like basically saying, okay, there was like a ABC's of Sex, which is a Mondo film from down under. I can't do an Australian accent. And there's one called like Australia After Dark, I think it's called. So I was going to grab two of those. So they're like $7.50 each. There's a commentary on each of them too, which was kind of fun for me. Then I looked at the Felicity Blu-ray because I wanted to get Felicity, and I'm thinking, do I want to get the Naughty set? Because that's going to take, it's $15. It's going to take a chunk out of what I can get. But the Felicity Blu-ray had the Australian, classic Felicity, and it had ABC's of Sex and Australia After Dark on there as bonus features with the commentaries included. So, needless to say, that was a given. I had to get that. The only Intervision title I got is The Trail of Dracula, which is actually a good movie. So, as opposed to some of the Intervision, this is actually pretty good. It's a little documentary. It's not a long thing. I think it runs around like 65 minutes long, somewhere around there. But it's narrated by Christopher Lee, and there's like a 95-minute like trailer tape of like vampire films on there. So I was definitely down with that. I put this off before. I couldn't do it any longer. I thought, well, maybe I can get a different edition or a UK edition or something. I looked at the cover. I looked at the slip cover. I looked at the features. I checked online. And I had to decide, I had to grab it. I had to. So Blood on Satan's Claw, limited with the limited edition slipcover. I could not pass that up anymore. You love Felicity? Nice. And the last but definitely not least, because it's only exclusive this weekend and I've never seen this film and I wanted to get more Franco in my collection, is Bahia Blanca. So Bahia Blanca it's got a Ready or Not style cover, and it is a kind of a murder mystery type thing, a body washed up on the shore. So this is one that like Franco kind of like produced himself, so kind of a lower budget one. But it's got Eva Leon in it and Lena Romay. Ironically, Lena Romay is surprisingly not the star of this film, but it is only available for this weekend. So if you are a Jess Franco fan and you want like a super rare Jess Franco film, Bahia Blanca, it's super rare. And I grabbed 2 copies of that because one of them is going to my dad, who's the biggest Jess Franco fan I've ever met, and he's my dad, so Father's Day, pretty cool. Had to do that. All right, so that's the titles that I've added to my list. So that's 18 altogether. Are you ready to get into the collection portion? Are you ready for this? Somebody said that Arrow's got a good sale going on, so check that out, guys. Arrow seems to have a lot of sales going on right now from different companies and stuff like that. I want to start with, okay. You want to start with Steelbooks or Digibooks? Steelbooks, there's more Steelbooks than Digibooks. Choose your own adventure. It's not Father's Day now, but took care of it anyway. It's a little bit. Steelbooks or Digibooks? Doesn't matter. That doesn't give me. That's a really great answer, and makes me think you're honorary Canadian if you're not Canadian. Steelbooks. Somebody says Steelbooks, so we'll go for Steelbooks. We'll start with Steelbooks. Okay, I got like a bunch of Steelbook DVDs and Steelbook Blu-rays, so we're gonna go through all those, including I even brought over my Arrow ones too. So a lot of cool stuff to look at there. Anyway, so first off, even before I do that, I'll show you like kind of, hey there, River, you're connected to the core. Nice. Okay, it shows. This is not a Steelbook. This is not a Digibook, but it's steel. It's a bit beaten up from travel, but I thought I'd show this too. So this is my King Kong. It's the 2-disc collector's edition, which I'm sure many of you guys have. And I love it because it's super sexy. Open it up, and it's like, it's got that sexy King Kong on the inside. I think, I kind of think, part of me thinks there's postcards. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to try and get this out without like ripping off what's left of my fingernails, because I cut my fingernails. Oh, man, maybe I shouldn't have. Oh. Should be all goth. Like you have that one fingernail that you leave uncut. I'm going to get this out because now I'm stubborn. And oh yeah, they're still making Steelbooks with DVDs on. But are you really? Okay, just watch. There's gonna be nothing in this. I'm just gonna did this for nothing. All right, so here we go. So this is, and on here, oh yes, there are. Okay, cool. So see, I opened up for a reason. So you got King Kong. Oh wow, okay, there's a bunch of them here. And it's got like some different posters of King Kong in here. Kind of dig that actually. It has a basically a thing like a reprint, like the theater that it was shown in, like a program, a reprint of the program for the movie King Kong when it came to the theater. So that's pretty cool. You don't need to see the disc, well, it's just discs. That's what it is. But I wanted to show you those anyway, the posters and that. Now it's getting it back in, which I'm hoping easier than getting it out, and then we're going to look into the actual Steelbooks. But I thought that was a cool enough, like, one to show here. What year for this one? Oh, okay, good question. 1930, no, 2005. So this was a ways back. If you're a Mystery Science Theater fan, I'm going to be showing off some of that stuff too. All right, so let's grab a handful of these at a time, which is going to be like what I'm going to say is going to be my workout for the day, by the way, because why not? All right, and first is the DVD Steelbooks before we get to the Blu-ray Steelbooks. And this one, I got this one at Value Village actually. This is Dune. I'm a huge fan. I know a lot of people don't like this movie, but I actually do. I like Dune. You can see the Value Village sticker still there. I gotta take it off. You like Dune too? There we go. Perfect. More Dune fans. That's what we need. Oh, don't worry. You're going to see some Arrow Steelbooks here, man. I want to open up your comments because I'm missing out on comments. And I do apologize. But first I got to close this up. And then got to try open it again because I can't see my video there. There we go. Hey there, Iron Wolf. Welcome, man. All right, next up is, don't laugh. I got this one for free, but it's pretty cool. I had fun with it. That is Star Troopers 3 Marauder. So I actually do love the steelbook of this. It is kind of sexy looking. Come on, like even if you don't like the movie very much, it's a pretty sexy steelbook. And there is like, artwork on the inside as well. So if you're gonna have Star Troopers 3, you might as well have a steelbook edition, because why not? Because if you're gonna go in, you might as well go all in. The good thing about these collection videos, and think it was Chris that actually said this, is that you get a little bit of everything, a bit of a potpourri, so you're going to get like a really wide of movies that I like. So next up, and I do actually have fun with this one, and that is Superman Returns, which has the best Superman since Christopher Reeve, but unfortunately one of the worst scripts since Superman 4, actually. So actually, a friend of mine actually gave that one to me, Andy. So I don't know if I've actually seen Starship Troopers 3 yet, which is, to be totally honest with you. Some of them do. I mean, like, it really depends. These here, as you can see, this is probably one of my first that I ever got. And look. If I get a Steelbook, it's because, one, it's the best edition I can find of it, or two, I just like the art, or it's super cheap. So some people are really into the Steelbooks. This is Ong Bak, the Thai warrior. This was another one that was given me by my friend. But I love this movie. I actually really love Ong Bak. And ironically, I was looking for this movie. I wanted to watch it. I didn't think I had it because I had forgotten that I'd gotten Steelbook of the film. I don't think there's any artwork on the inside of Superman Returns. Oh, there is actually. Wow, okay. One of the pivotal. I knew you'd like this, Amy. And I want to see a Steelbook that I don't even open yet. This was a Future Shop exclusive, I think. I think it's Future Shop exclusive. And this is Spider-Man 3. So... I don't see, he has been portrayed as a genius, but in the movies, you mean, like, closest? You're gonna hate this. Hey there, Dasuki, welcome, man. Your morning coffee? Yeah, because it's different over there. We got to get together and do the video next week sometime, if you got time, by the way. There's a Criterion sale coming up on July 10th. If you have not checked out Dasuki's channel, by the way, that's the channel that you need to check out when it comes to the Criterion stuff, because he will not steer you wrong. All right, these are the last 3 of the Steelbook DVDs before we get into Blu-ray Steelbooks, and there's a lot more Blu-ray Steelbooks, and we got some different like stuff as well. All right, so I like this movie. It's not for everybody, but I really like Boondock Saints. Not so big on the sequel, but I do like the original. And had to pick up one thing I hated was that it had a flipper disc. I'm not big on flipper discs. Like, people complain sometimes about like certain things, like oh, I can't believe this one has like a snap case. No, flipper disc. That's what's horrible. Of course, there is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Steelbook. It's because, you know, I've also got the Black Maria because pretty good, actually. Severin came back online, Brian, and I grabbed some Severin stuff, so I'm pretty excited about that. I got 18 Severin titles coming. And a bundle, I forgot. I got the Berto Lindsay bundle. On the 20th Halloween, as you can see, this is extremely well done, actually. Because it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And this is, in my opinion, and I know certain people are going to disagree, but this is nigh a perfect film. It's pretty perfect as it comes from a filmmaking standpoint. It's fairly perfect. Next up is Dead Snow. Dead Snow, I guess, called here, but Dead Snow. The original is really good. Sequel's okay too. This is one that I found at a local pawn shop and grabbed it. So let's dive into the Steelbooks. Let's do the Arrow. Want to do the Arrow first? Want to do the Arrow Steelbooks first? Like sequel more, really? Yeah, because the regular Steelbooks are going to be like pretty much all over the place, and I do like all over the place. So let's do Arrow first, because I know some of you guys, you're coming in to see the sexy Arrow stuff. All right, AME is going to love the first one. Did I email Severin? Oh, I emailed Severin, and on right about an hour after, no, 45 minutes to an hour after their site like went down the first time during the sale, and they said email your orders. So I emailed my order in. I got it the next day around 3 or 4, like the invoice. I paid for it, and then when the site came up today, like I went on the site and they had an option to add more things to it. And now that I could see the actual website, and it just wasn't like looking through lists and stuff like that. And I didn't even wait till the list came up. I actually had in my head what I wanted. I just added the other things that I wanted to the sale, and I got something for my dad as well. He's actually thinking about getting a couple things from the sale too. But yeah, definitely if you did an online order instead and you did an email order, just make sure that you email them and let them know that you got an online order done. That way, you're not getting charged twice and getting like two lots of the films. Maybe you want that, but just in case, just put that out there. So this is Edition. This is the Steelbook of Edition. I love this Takeshi Miike film. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I've watched this one several times. There's the artwork on the inside of it. It is such a great film. And it's not, what's the right way to put this? It's perfectly, is this one? No, actually this one is, well, you can buy Edition on the Arrow website, probably during the sale. But unfortunately the Steelbook edition of this one is sold out. It was sold out, sold out really early. I missed out on it. Actually, a friend of mine's got this one for me because I had missed out on the Steelbook, and he knew I was a huge fan of this film. Oh, Brian, you got to watch, man. It's good. It's a good one. All right, so this is another one they did. This is I don't have the gas can. I know the one you're talking about, though. I almost picked it up once. This is Demons and Demons 2. So yeah, it's both Demons films. I know the Snaps one is really sexy and stuff like that, but this one actually has both of the films in it together, and they're actually really good quality. You can see the guy with the steel mask, and that is Mikhail's. I'm gonna get this right one of these days. Mikhail Suave, who of course, hey, welcome to the cult, by the way. You're a member now. And he directed films like Stage Fright and Della Morte dell'Amore. Most notably Stage Fright, but yeah, Della Morte dell'Amore, fantastic as well. And of course he did The Church, The Sect, and all those things. But still, if you have never heard of Mikhail Suave, and you really want to see anything that he did, watch Stage Fright first. There's your go-to. Next up is Time Bandits, and of course Criterion put out like a really sexy lenticular cover of this one here. Welcome Griff to the cult, guys. And I actually saw this one in theater when I was a kid. It's a really kind of a mind warp of a film, but I really like it. He does such good stuff. That's the thing. And this is Suzuki. If you've ever seen the movie Absurd, he's got a really cool cameo in that film as well, where he's on a motorcycle and he gets ran over. It's hilarious. He doesn't die when he gets run over, though. He dies later. Good sequence. Okay, so this is one of my favorite Vincent Price films. Like some of you guys know, I was going to go in acting. That was going to be my thing, and I didn't. I went in a different way instead, and I'm here. So this is Theater of Blood with Vincent Price and the great Diana Rigg as well. I really love this film. This is the Steelbook. I love the Steelbook of it. I did not like. Oh no, not at all, dude. That's what everybody does. I did not like the Arrow case of this one, the regular case. So the Steelbook was the same price. So I'm gonna show you guys how sexy these things look on the inside. And of course, because the Arrow's got a cool booklet with it as well. Diana Rigg, best Bond girl. She's Tracy. That's the most important Bond girl, that's for sure. Next up is one I really like. Oh, okay, this has got nudity in the back, so I can't show you the back of this one. But it is Life Force, and this is a movie I really like. It's got Patrick Stewart, it's got Mathilda May, and it is so cool. She played Tracy, who Bond actually married. The only time Bond ever got married is on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and it made me cry. It really did. We have all the time in the world, exactly. Make me cry now, man. Okay, so this is Life Force. On the back of it, is an illustration of a nude Mathilda May, which is pretty much the entirety of the inside of the film, if you've ever seen it. And here's the Life Force on the inside. So pretty cool stuff. I actually like this film a lot. It's a Blu-ray. We're at the Blu-rays now, Alan. I'll let you know when I go back, if I get back to any DVD. No, there's no more. Yeah, there's a couple DVDs and box sets, but nothing else in Steelbooks. Okay, and I know this one's coming out like new from Vestron soon. Oh, that's my favorite Bond film because it's the best story. It's the one that if anybody plays Bond, they said, man, if we can remake one Bond film, it's this one. Like Forcing Me, that's Shivers. Now, Shivers is probably my favorite like Cronenberg film. I like his early stuff. I know a lot of people like his other stuff as well. Hey there, Emily. I was talking to Emily earlier on, actually. She helped me decide on getting Bahia Blanca. So thank you for that, by the way. So Shivers is coming out from Vestron Video, but this was like the original Steelbook edition, which I think is super sexy. I do, actually. I really like it. In fact, last time we did some good stuff. I mean, like, so you did like, what was that one called? The Giallo he did. I'm trying to remember what it was now. Who Saw Her Die? Really good. So there's the sequence. That's the creature from Shivers, which freaked me out when I was a kid, by the way. Videodrome is probably your favorite Cronenberg. Scanners just stuck. I never hear anybody like. I hear people like say that they like Scanners, but never have it as a favorite. So that's actually really cool that you do because I like that actually. This is my second favorite. I like Videodrome's definitely up there though. Is Rabid with Marilyn Chambers. I really like. I haven't not seen the remake. I know people are going to ask me, but I haven't seen it. But I really did like this one. You know, pretty like plain for the cover there. Not a lot on the inside of this one either. But it did have like this booklet, which I really do like. You're not quite sure why I watched Life Force? I think we could figure it out. But my favorite Arrow Steelbook of all time is the next one I'm about to show you guys. This one and Shivers, actually. They're tied. But this is The Beyond from Lucio Fulci. No, the Who Saw Her Die is the one where his daughter is killed. The one you're talking about is called Short Night of Glass Dolls by Otto Leto. I actually recently watched that one. It was put out by Twilight Time. I cannot get anything else, Emily, unfortunately. And this one's already in Morocco, so you can see the artwork here. A little bit easier. Love this film, actually. It's great. Actually, I love Crash. That's another one. I actually had forgotten about Crash. Well, I think we are the people that love Crash because it doesn't have like a large. Actually, I didn't even know there was season 2 out, man. To be honest with you, the new Twilight Zone. I have no idea because I didn't even know there was a second season out yet. And like I'm being totally bluntly honest about that. All right, now we're getting into my regular Steelbooks, as regular as my movies get. You ready? So, first off this is an animated one actually, because I do like some animated films. And this is the best Suicide Squad movie that ever came out. And it's called Assault on Arkham. And it's the Suicide Squad. And unlike the live action film, this is good. Like really good. Great cast too, by the way. Like Kevin Conroy, you know, voice of Batman, of course. Neil McDonough, Matthew Gray Gubler from that Beyond there. That one's out of print. Like you can still get the Beyond from Arrow, but not the Steelbook edition of it. I don't think. I think that one like sold out really fast. That was like a real like that's one of the ones where I saw it right away and I knew I had to have it. This is the inside of that one, by the way. Like, I'm actually a huge fan. Like, DC does like TV and animated movies like so well that I'm almost thinking like, why don't you just stay away from the other stuff? Just saying, just putting that out there. Next up is Sucker Punch, which not a perfect film, but great looking steelbook. And there's like a bonus digital copy on the inside. So back then, like digital copies were like this. Like you could actually get like a digital copy with like a, that actually was a physical copy that you put into like a computer. And you did it that way. Okay, next up is a Shout Factory release. I think this is the only Shout Factory Steel book that I got. And it is, that is Zack Snyder, yeah. It's divisive. Some people love it, some people like really don't. If people like it, it's usually the visuals that are really kind of like really stand out. Like Dave said actually right there, okay. So this is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Obviously there's a new one coming out. I don't have Bogus Journey on Steelbook, but I do have it. Again, Bogus Journey is my favorite, but this one I found for like super cheap at Walmart. Next up is another animated one, and this is Son of Batman, and again, another one that I love. We got, of course, Deathstroke is in that one. I love the artwork on these. You can kind of see like Deathstroke facing off against Batman. And of course, the Son of Batman. So this is Damian Wayne. Next up is one I actually found super. I love this one because I like this film a lot. Is Inglourious Basterds, and I like that this is like, you feel this is kind of like carved into it. Can you see there? Hopefully you can see. So Inglourious Basterds is carved into the handle. It's such a cool movie too. And next up is Hannah, which is now a TV series as well, by the way, on Amazon Prime if you got it. That was a great price on it, for like $12.99, man. So I have not seen the TV series Hannah, but if anybody's seen it, you can tell me if it's good, but I actually really like the movie. So, okay. I had to pick this one up. I do love this film. Don't judge me. Well, you can judge me if you want to. So this is Zoolander. Like, just look at this. How can you not, if you're a Zoolander fan now, how can you not want this steelbook? And the back is incredible. I'm actually probably more excited than I was back then, because when I started, there wasn't as many boutique labels, like focusing on the stuff that I like, the genre stuff, and especially the crazy stuff I like. There was never a time like around 10 years ago. I love that Hateful Eight, actually. I love it. That I say, man, Night Killer. There's a special edition coming out. But now the stuff like that happens every day, and it makes me super excited. So I'm probably more excited now than I was before. And what really makes me excited is when I hear somebody that got onto my channel and they started like collecting because of it, or they started collecting more. That makes my day. And I always get like excited when somebody tells me that they're watching this movie that I love for the first time, and I kind of wonder like what they're going to think of it. But I love this here quote on the back of it. Lucille, I say, look, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to life than being really, really ridiculously good looking. Okay, I got a couple of these. I didn't buy a lot of these when they came out, but they're like comic, like panel ones. So Pitch Black, because I really like that. Heath is great for stuff like that. Heath got me collecting certain things that I wasn't collecting before. Physical media is really the way to go. I mean, look at what's happening with Voodoo right now. Anybody see that? Like, I was on Twitter today, and I think, was it Brad? Brad or Sean? I think it might have been Brad Henderson, who opened up his like account, And a few people did his Voodoo account and found out that, hey, some movies are missing. So I'm not quite sure what they are. I don't like deal a lot with like digital stuff. I got a few things on iTunes because I find iTunes fairly safe. But that being said, even if I buy a digital copy of something, and I gotta get a physical. I can't do it a digital. Oh, did you like? I hope you liked it, Brian. So this is the pitch black one. Again, you know, I'm a big fan of this film, so I'll buy the 4K down the road from Arrow. And of course, because I got pitch black, the Chronicles of Riddick. Again, I am a fan. Is this another one of those? I should put them all together. Yes, it is. And along with that is Jurassic Park, because I do like the first Jurassic Park. Not as good as the book. I still didn't get the photo comic. Damn it. But she's not letting me order anything else because, trust me, I went way over my budget. Way. Okay, this is one that we're super excited about because this is one of my better half's favorites, and especially your favorite Marvel films. And this was a hard one to find for us. So this is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Like done like the mixtape. And this one, the cool thing about this one is that this doesn't just have the Blu-ray. It also has the 3D Blu-ray there as well. And you're getting a great collection, George. I mean, like, George has got some amazing stuff. He's like the Indicator King right now. Next up is one that honestly I watched with a group of people. Like, there was like a bunch of us in the house at the time, and everybody fell asleep but me. And you're gonna be shocked when you see the film that everybody but me fell asleep to. And that is Seven. I really like Fincher's Seven. But apparently nobody else in the house that I did watching it liked it because they all fell asleep. Hey there, JR. But I actually do like this film. I'll watch this one. And of course, it's the famous "What's in the Box" line. This was like super cheap. I think it was like $10. Fight Club is excellent. And this is The Evil Dead. It was like $10, I think. Maybe even less. Might have been like $8 to buy. It was on at Walmart. I'm pretty sure everybody that's like likes Evil Dead probably grabbed this one because it was one of those, like, you know, it was just there. Like, you know, Walmart carries a lot of Anchor Bay stuff, and it's usually like super cheap. I haven't seen any more Steelbooks from Anchor Bay like showing up at Walmart recently, but you know, that was pretty cool. Seven takes place in Gotham. Well, you know what? I'm going to say this. Some people are not going to like this. Zodiac's excellent. Canada I worked Canada Day, so it was good because I'm going to get extra pay. Out in the boat. No, I'm not. I wasn't. But I enjoyed it. We stayed at home and watched some stuff. So this is my Skyfall Steelbook. This is Australian, actually. This is an Aussie Steelbook. This one's from down under. I still can't do an Australian accent. Couldn't do one when I first started this video. Why did I think it was going to change? So I won this one in a contest on YouTube, actually. Hey there, Dungeon. But I love this movie. I love Skyfall. Except another one that I won in contest, and this is a sexy Steelbook. This may be the sexiest Steelbook I got. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself first for the ultimate and sexy Steelbooks, especially if you like horror. Emily, you're gonna. And this is House of Wax. I utterly adore the look of this Steelbook. Look how melty that face is. Hey there, CK. Welcome. I love this Steelbook. I do. I mean, like, nothing on the inside. No inside art. My better half, Roger Moore's her favorite as well. I know, I knew you'd like it. House of Wax is, it's so good. It is so good. And people say, well, I like House of Wax because, Paris Hilton gets killed in it. Ha ha ha. No, you don't. You like House of Wax, but you're ashamed to admit it. But obviously you're not. So this is a Gone with the Wind Steelbook. I got the big like DVD edition Gone with the Wind there with all those like sexy stuff in it. Who released the House of Wax one? This was in, I'm not sure if this was England or somewhere like that. I think this might have been Zavvi. I think this might be a Zavvi release. Because that was one that I won, so I really, so there's like the red and scarlet. And on the inside, as you can see, this is, I got a couple editions of Gone with the Wind actually. It's not even one of my favorite movies. I don't actually like to watch it that much. I like the features though. Scarface. I love the movie. This movie I do like to watch a lot. So this is Scarface. If you ever watched the show used to come on MTV Cribs, and it's like everybody that was on MTV Cribs pretty much were like, oh yeah, and here's my poster of Scarface, or here's my copy of Scarface, because I'm gangster like that. Hey there, welcome, dude. We have somebody here. We have a fellow Canadian from Montreal, Stefanos. So everybody say hi to him. Welcome to the cult. You're now a member. Now, what's really, really cool about this one, Imprint Films, I've heard, but I haven't seen any of their stuff. Lots of people keep asking me about Cauldron Films. I don't have any of their releases yet, but they do have stuff that I want. What's really cool about this release is this right here. I'm a huge fan of the original Scarface. And it's on here. It's Paul Muni, like Boris Karloff has a part in it as well. It's like a very young Michelle Pfeiffer. They're apparently, I heard they're making a new Scarface. And people got upset about it. They're like, I can't believe they're making a new Scarface. Scarface should never be remade. It's a remake. It's already a remake. It's already a remake. Another Canadian here, CK from Toronto. We'll say hi to CK, guys. Anybody that's new in here, always should get the cult welcome. Yeah, it's true. Without Roger Moore, the Bond movies would definitely not have continued. Okay, I'm not going to pull in the place card. They can pick it. I would say, well, they had Pacino in the second one and Paul Muni in the original, like Scarface. Who would you get to play Scarface in the new one? Because it's a different story. Brian De Palma did the remake. Yeah. One of De Palma's best, actually. Actually, I love Montreal, by the way, just so you know. I used to go there all the time for conventions and stuff like that. I used to go to the Montreal Comic Con. And I used to go and stay up at the Plateau. So if you know the Plateau area of Montreal, that was the area that I was in. So I was one of those guys. I was one of the Plateau guys. All right, so next up is Bill Murray's Scrooged. I can't lie. I do love this one. Again, it was like $8 at Walmart, so why not, right? They had like a bunch of like Christmas movies at the time. This is the one I picked up. And the Fast and the Furious, there's so many out there. Even two that's called Fast and Furious. So the original. So this was a release from like what was it? Oh, I think this was again another like Future Shop one. See, my Christmas movies, sadly enough, there are not a lot of Christmas ones, but there's a heck of a lot of horror Christmas movies. Elon Musk has new Scarface. It's got to be. Scarface is somebody coming from outside. It's got to be like an immigrant story. So you got to pick someone like, it's got to be someone like that. Because that's kind of the whole key about him. Is like he's an outsider trying to make his way in. The original. Oh, the original Fast and the Furious was from was. Hey there, Bill. So X-Men: Days of Future Past. So not a bad one. James McAvoy as Professor X, so I was good there. And last but not least, actually I do like the Fast and Furious, and the Mission Impossible movies have gotten better. Like the first one I was not so good with, and it was like was it De Palma did the first one? I was not at all cool with that one. Do I say it that long? The end of Scrooged. Oh, maybe I do actually. It's been a while. Because they made the bad guy the main good guy from the Mission Impossible TV series. And I was like so not good with that. But then they had John Voight play him, and I'm like, yeah, I can kind of hate on John Voight. So that's okay. But this is Casino. I actually really love Casino. I think it's a great film. And I like the minimalistic look of this Steelbook. No one stays at the top forever. And it is. It's just like, it's pretty simple. But I love Casino. I just think it's a really good movie. And now, it's your favorite release. But they made him a bad guy. It's Phelps, man. It's Phelps. Like, if they made, like, the original bad guy from Mission Impossible bad guy, like the first guy, that Steven, what's the character played, I'd be better with that. But like the action's good on it. But no, I can't get down to making Phelps a bad guy. I cannot. All right, you ready for some Digibooks? So what order are we gonna do these in? Okay, so first off is Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. And it would have made a more of a deep cut if the guy had, like, not Phelps, but the original guy. Because, see, Mission Impossible, Phelps is like the main guy, second season on. But in the first season, there's this guy that's like, his wife dies, and I can't remember his name, Stephen Kemp or something like that. That's probably the wrong name. But his character is like the main star for the first season. But he's not in it for the rest of the show because he left the series. It would have been really smart to bring that character back and make him the bad guy. Because, you know, he was in it for one series. We don't know what happened to him after that. And he just, the resentment, like somebody else takes over, is already built in. But I actually love this one. This is supposedly a print. But I actually had to grab it when I bought this one. I was like, this was another one I got at HMV. It was like super cheap. So this is the Men in Black trilogy. Well, it was a trilogy at the time that this came out. And there's like the 1, 2, and 3. And actually, I'm gonna be controversial and tell you I really did like Men in Black 3. Next up is one of my favorites, because this is a 300. That's a good one. This is actually a favorite of mine. I'm a big Ray Harryhausen fan. For people that don't know that, I love Ray Harryhausen. I love stop motion animation. And this is Clash the Titans. On my birthday, my mom rented this CED machine and with capacitive disc. And I got Clash the Titans. And I think Mom got Kramer versus Kramer. And I love like I love the Kraken, you know, which is shown right here. Whoops. Important announcement. So, the neat thing about this is I bought this one here on the day that Blockbuster was closing up. And everything at Blockbuster on that day was $1. So this was brand new, sealed, in wrap, and everything. Hey there, Adam, was $1. So needless to say, I had to buy that. Of course, the thing that freaked me out. This is the old one, yeah. Is the of course the Medusa. There is another modern day kind of Clash of the Titans, which I'm not a big fan of. Like did a sequel to it too. All right, next up is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is the 35th anniversary edition. This is coming out on 4K now. I will probably have to rebuy it. I love this film. I actually like Shock Treatment more. I will say that, but I do like this. And I had a big crush on Lil Nell, so she's right there. And I love the way that it's done. It's very easy to get out like this. I love that. But it doesn't fall out, so that's also a good thing. Next up is one I found at God, what's the place? A Ross's or something like that, I think. And this is The Sting. I love this movie. This is part of the Universal line they did. Did you get to meet Tim Curry? I would love to meet Tim Curry. I almost went to Ontario to meet him, actually. And if you haven't seen The Sting, it is actually a really good movie. It's got a great score. And it is a fantastic little film. And of course, there was a sequel to it much later, but I love the original. So, feature-wise, like these have like some decent. I'll get this out. Decent features. Are The Sting, 100 Years of Universal, 100 Years of Universal of the 70s. Just like a bunch of Universal like stuff because it was their 100th year anniversary. And of course, who doesn't have this movie in some format? This is Taxi Driver. See, I'm a huge fan of this movie. You may have seen it recently under the name The Joker, but this is the original Taxi Driver. I know it's a big. And this here, unfortunately, he would go on. The guy would watch this movie and go on to try and kill Reagan afterwards because of this. So it's got the this right here, but it has on the inside. But I probably don't have to take this out because everybody has this. But as like a bunch of cards, which are super cool. Thank you, CK. Super appreciate that, by the way. Return to Captain Invincible. That's a deep cut, man. I forgot about that film. Great film. There are some great extras on here as well. Next up is my favorite Batman. Well, it's my second. Yeah, it's my favorite Batman, I think. I go back and forth between this one and Return of Batman Returns, but I do like Batman. With Jack Nicholson in a role he was born to play. Not even joking. He was born to play this role, man. It has a great booklet on the inside of it. It's got like parts of the script in here. It's got part of the comic book adaptation. Oh, the score is amazing on this one. But what really, really gets it for me for this film is Gotham. Gotham is Gotham in this. Gotham looks like almost at a place in time, like just this really strange, unique area that you can see birthing all these criminals. Unfortunately, Christopher Nolan, it's not Chicago. Gotham was never Chicago. It's never supposed to look like just your average city. There's a mistake Christopher Nolan made when it came to the Batman films. That and letting him speak like that. What the hell? Take some charge, Nolan, on your films. Okay. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. A great one. I love this film. There's there's some great stuff on here. Like there's a feature-length documentary hosted by Ron Howard here called Frank Capra's American Dream. I'm always a big Capra fan, and I do love his films, and they're all like a lot of them do seem, I guess, will seem a little bit like idealistic, but I like that. I'm a big idealist at heart. You guys know that. You've seen my channel. Next up, and this is a nice looking one. I gotta say, this is a really nice looking one. And this is the Shawshank Redemption. I love this movie. I like the painted art on the cover. Kind of gives a little bit away there, but hey. It is. It is one like this. This is one of the ones where basically I stopped when I saw this cover. I was going through stuff and I literally stopped to look at that because the art was just so incredible on that, and it's a movie that deserves it. Next up is a fantastic film with Denzel Washington. I actually really enjoyed it, and that's Malcolm X. That's the last art painted movie. It is. It's definitely a last art. There's some great art on the inside here as well. Like just like pictures from the film. There's the real Malcolm X. And last but not least, oh, you definitely should have won the Oscar. Is the very first thing that ever bought at Target. So, as many of you guys know, Target came to Canada for a while, but then we blinked and Target was gone again. But when it was here, this was the very first thing I grabbed. It was a Target exclusive for Man of Steel. I know there's some people that don't like Man of Steel. I do like this film. Like a lot of it doesn't make sense, but I like it anyway. And it has the Blu-ray, and does this have the 3D edition? No. I'm not sure if this is, no, I don't think this is the 3D one. Laryngitis. All right, so to stay on with the sexy cases, who remembers the Puffy case box sets? Anybody remember the Puffy case box sets? Because I'm going to show you a couple. I need more of these in my life. Puffy cases are cool. So this is the Pink Panther Puffy case set. So this is the Pink Panther right here. Yeah, Puffy Pink Panther, nice. Can't expect you to have it. And it's like, it is like literally puffy. It's like really, you can actually feel it. So, look at the inside of it. The artwork on the inside is fantastic, by the way. You're coming out again, aren't you, disc? Dun-dun, dun-dun. Which one's that? Bonus disc. Bonus disc, you cannot be the one to come out because you got the really cool stuff on you. Anyway, I'm gonna... Plastic. It's like... Here are all the films. You can see the artwork there. And of course, it's still missing that one. But the bonus disc has a lot of like kind of cartoons and stuff on here as well. But Puffy case. Who released this one? You know, it's a good question. I don't know. Let's see if it says there in the disc. I'm going to say MGM. What do I think of Steve Martin as Inspector Clouseau? I love Steve Martin, but there's only one Clouseau, and it's not Alan Arkin. Hey, IB. But that's not the only Puffy case I got. No, I've actually got another one that's even puffier than the Pink Panther one. And that is Catherine Deneuve 5-film collection. We're big Catherine Deneuve fans in this house. And the 5 films on here are Man in 70, Le Savage, Hotel de Americas, Le Choc, I'm probably pronouncing all this wrong, and Fort Sagan. We're going to go with that. That's what we're going to go with. Movies that range from 1968 to 1984, so you're going to get like a wide range of Catherine Deneuve. And this one comes out like this. She was a beautiful lady, man. And there's like, this one is put up by Lionsgate, Studio Canal. It's a 3-disc set. There were more like this. There was like a Bridget Bardot one, I think, too, but I didn't get it at the time, and I missed out on it because somebody else bought it. See? You never know what you're going to get here, Dave. But that's the only two Puffy ones I got. I've done the steel ones, the Digibooks. Let's go to a couple of sets, and then I'm going to show you some other stuff I got. So this is part of, I don't have a large one, but part of my Mystery Science Theater stuff. See the Puffy case? Well, they're not easy to find. Like the Puffy cases really aren't that easy to find. I think she did sing in Paris this spring. So these are some Mystery Science Theater stuff. Then we're going to get some other stuff as well. So we got past that portion of it. So first off is the Wild Wild World of Batwoman. So I actually, so people asked me before, like, who's my favorite, like on Mystery Science Theater? Well, it's Joel. It's definitely Joel, 100%. My humor is more Joel than Mike. Mike's like, he's more fat boyish, you know what I mean? So basically, what was neat about these early ones that they did, these were done by Rhino, as opposed to the ones that were later on done by Shout Factory, is that they would put the movie, they're just fun. It's like just the Puffy case is just fun. It's just, so they will put the movie on here with the MST through K version. Hey there, Sasha. And they would put the original film on there as well, uncut. Because often, what you'd see is like, because with Mystery Science Theater, especially if it was like a movie that may have had some nudity or some cursing or something like that, they had to take that out, obviously, for broadcast TV. But they would do like their riffing. So this is one of the original Rhino releases, which are no longer in print. So if you go to like a store and you're like a Mystery Science Theater fan, and you see like a Mystery Science Theater release and it's got this on it, this here Rhino label, pick it up because it's out of print and not easy to find. Next up is another Rhino release. Rhino is not in business now, I don't think, unless they're just doing like I don't think they are. Like they did like music too, right? That's what they were known for. But yeah, they used to do like DVDs, and their DVDs got taken over by Shout Factory. So this is the Mystery Science Theater 3000, The Essentials, the very first one that I ever got. And it has two movies on here. It's got 2 discs. And it is Manos, The Hands of Fate, and Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. So you can't go wrong with either one of those titles. They're both really, really good Mystery Science Theater editions. I think these are also both Joel. I'd have to like go back and watch them again. Oh, 3 Colors Trilogy is amazing. I love Kozlowski. Just music now for Rhino. I thought so, Dungeon. I knew you'd know. And I got like 3 box sets here. I got another one here somewhere, but I can't find it right now. So first off is I think this is a Rhino release. Oh, slipping out. Don't want that to happen. There we go. I gotta find a way to keep that in. Well, it's different in that one of the things we're missing. So this is Mystery Science Theater 3000. This is the Volume 1, I think. This is the original release of Volume 1. It is the Rhino release of Volume 1. However, so the movies that are on here are supposed to be the Creeping Terror, the Skydivers, Bloodlust, and Catalina Caper. But in here, in actuality, is Catalina Caper, the Skydivers, the Creeping Terror, And I guess someone had lost his Bloodlust disc. So what he put in there in place of it was actually one of my favorite ones. And that is Side Hackers. So Side Hackers is in here instead of Bloodlust. And it is the Rhino release of Side Hackers. So I was super stoked about that. You used to have these little booklets on there too, for them, which were kind of cool. Just not a lot, just basically. But I do have a couple like Shout Factory ones. I got some more in my other room, but I'm not going to go get them right now. But there is, which volume first? This is the 16th volume. And as the corpse vanishes, Warriors of the Lost World, Santa Claus, and Night of the Blood Beast. And like all these have like, you know, mini posters on the inside. Do you have the Back to the Future complete animated series? I do, because I got the complete Back to the Future. And I like the fact that they put like little like mini posters with these. So kind of cool. And these are actually really cool ones. SCTV and Mystery Science Theater are kind of like my, sometimes my comfort food. You like me, I got a few random ones. I'd love to have them all. I got some friends that have every one of them. This is the 25th anniversary edition. And this is a really big one. This is one that to start with. It's got Moon 02, The Day the Earth Froze, Leech Woman, Gorgo. But what's really cool is it's got a bonus disc on it. And this bonus disc here has the two, in my opinion, two of the very best Mystery Science Theaters. There's Mitchell, which is incredible. It's one of the funniest Mystery Science Theaters, and The Brain That Wouldn't Die. So both of those are amazing. And if you've never seen them, I definitely 110% recommend that you check out like Mitchell and The Brain That Wouldn't Die. I've seen a few riff tracks. I actually used to like the short riff track shorts. As you see, they got a bonus disc right there. So I prefer the shorts over the actual like films. So I'll always go for those first. All right, now we got some random box sets to go with before we got some more Blu-ray stuff. You want the box sets or the Blu-ray first? I want to see if I can see if anybody's actually listening to me at this point, or everybody's just chatting. Box sets. Okay, Mary. I know Mary's listening. Perfect. Okay, so there's some random box sets that I put here, some TCM stuff and like stuff like that. I don't have the box that looks like the Plus compat. No, I don't, do I? I don't think so. No. I had to think for a second. So this is the Sci-Fi Ultimate Collection Volume 2. There's Dr. Cyclops, Colt the Cobra, The Land Unknown, The Deadly Mantis, and The Leech Women. And it's really fun. I need to get Volume 1 of this. This is really cool. Now let's look at some TCM archive releases here. Actually, no, let's get some film noir ones. If you are a Christopher Nolan fan, then you probably got these. Oh, the sci-fi ones? Well, yeah, they're meant to be cheesy, but they're cheesy fun, and they're like back in the day. So they're like not ones that were meant to be cheesy. They were probably meant to be serious, but they come off a little bit cheesier now. Oh yes, please hit the thumbs up. I actually would really appreciate that. Thank you, George. So this is the Film Noir Classics #1. It was done by Columbia Pictures. It was curated by Nolan and had like people like Martin Scorsese talking on it. Michael Mann, Christopher Nolan would like introduce some of these films. And these are some great films. The Sniper, The Big Heat. The Big Heat's one of my favorite movies. Five Against the House, The Lineup, and Murder by Contract. Actually not a bad one on here as well. So you got like movies directed by Don Siegel, Fritz Lang, Edward Dmytryk. So really incredible stuff. You definitely do. Let me know what you think after you see the Blackwell documentary. So as you know, Christopher Nolan's a huge, huge film noir fan. Did you really buy the Pink Panther box set? It's really cool, huh? Don't feel bad. I spent money today too, man. You're going vegan? See, I can only go octo vegan because I need to have my cheese and my poultry. But I would love to go vegan. It's so healthy. Like these are some classic film noirs. Of course, this is from The Big Heat right here, which is one of the best. If you want to start anywhere with film noirs, I would suggest Out of the Past, which is probably one of the greats. That's a great place to start. I'm trying to get... Hey, Brian, can you for some reason, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, by Dasuki got held for review. Can you unhold that, please? Oh, you did? Okay. Maybe it's... I'm not able to load the menu. Let me just close this up and open up again. Because I was like, what the heck? Okay, I'm having an issue with my YouTube coming up here. Okay, here we go. Hopefully it'll come up eventually. If I miss some of your comments, I do apologize. My YouTube is having a problem coming up. Oh, would you please stop showing me ads? Somebody asked me recently, so why are there ads on your YouTube channel? And I'm like, welcome to YouTube, because that's what YouTube is. And unfortunately, not all of us can have fancy, like, huge patrons like some people have, or coffee things. I do have a Patreon, though. All right, so this is Film Noir Classics Volume 2. Again, it's another great one. Again, it's got Martin Scorsese, Christopher Nolan, Emily Mortimer actually does an introduction to one of these. So we got Human Desire, Fritz Lang does that one, Pushover. The Brothers Rico is actually really good with Richard Conte. Nightfall with Jacques Tourneur doing that one, and City of Fear, which is Irving Lerner, and again another great set. There's more of these actually. I don't have them. I wish I did, because I found these just incredible sets. Just look at that. And it's like 5 discs for 5 films. I'm not offline, you stupid YouTube app. I thought it was kind of hilarious. It was telling me, it was showing my video. It was showing it live on my iPhone, but it wouldn't show the comments because it said it was offline. So that's the thing. That's the thing that happens. All right. And because I love pre-code stuff, I'm going to see some pre-code box sets now. So this was one that was put up by Universal. This is Pre-Code Hollywood Collection. And this is neat because it's like different stuff. It's not all the same type. So you get The Cheat, which stars Sula Bankhead. Merrily We Go to Hell. That's the name of the movie, which is Frederick March and Sylvia Sidney. Hot Saturday, which is Nancy Carroll, Cary Grant, and Randolph Scott. A Torch Singer is Claudette Colbert. Murder at the Vanities, which is a musical actually one. And Search for Beauties, which actually has like Buster Crabbe and Ida Lupino. And this is a really nice set. If you're a fan of like early cinema and you like pre-code Hollywood, this is a great set to get. And one of the neat things about it is like the thing that stopped it was kind of like they had the Hays Code back then. So the Hays Code was this code telling Hollywood what they're supposed to do, but they didn't listen very well. But right here in this little envelope here is a reproduction copy of the code. And it was called The Code to Govern the Making of Talking, Synchronized, and Silent Motion Pictures. That's a mouthful. But here it is right here. This is an actual, like, that is Buster on the front. This is an actual, like, replica of the actual code that people would, like, would have in Hollywood. Hays was actually a postman. And it is one of the neat things that they put there. And it's like, it'll tell you like titles, national things. Like the latitude given to film material cannot, in consequence, be as wide as latitude given to book material. In addition, and like we'll go into that. Like it's actually kind of neat. And aside from that, which this is like one of my favorite things, there's like a little like write up on Pre-Code Hollywood there at the beginning, and it's all on like it's a 3-disc set. But this would not be my only like excursion into pre-code. Nope, because I am a pre-code lover. I love pre-code cinema. Some people think that the code actually like gave people, made them be more like creative, and I guess there's like an argument can be made for that too. All right, so next up is another pre-code one, and let's see, start with the right one. And I don't have the first, but I do have the second. And this was put up by Warner. I think Warner Archives put these out now, because I don't think they're. I think they're like made on demand now, but they're really good. So this is Forbidden Hollywood Volume 2, with the divorcee. My favorite sign on is 3 in a match, right? Yeah, a free soul 3 in a match female and night nurse. Yeah, he was general postmaster. So what's really neat about this one, if you've never like dived into pre-code Hollywood before, or that type of cinema, this, I know this is volume 2, it's probably the first one to get. Why? Because there's a documentary on here called Thou Shalt Not Sex, Sin, and Censorship in Pre-Code Hollywood. It is a fantastic documentary. It's around 85, 90 minutes long, and it talks about like pre-code Hollywood. It goes through them. The only thing I can suggest, watch it once, because after you watch it, you're probably going to do what me and my better half did. We were fascinated with pre-code Hollywood, so we immediately turned it back on again, rewatched the documentary, and as we were going through, it's showing clips from different films, and we were writing down on a piece of paper the list of the films that we wanted to own from that documentary, and that is 100% what happened to us. That's what we did. And there's like commentaries on this as well. 3 in a Match is an excellent film. It's an early Bogart film. I like him playing like a gangster, actually. So if you've never seen 3 in a Match, it's a really, really good film. And there's a young bogey right there, look. There's a scene I kind of want to talk about. Pre-code Hollywood, Alan, that means like before the code was actually put in and enforced. I don't think they really did destroy a lot of the pre-code films, but they would just like they would censor some stuff. Like in the early days of pre-code, like they were given the code and they were like it really wasn't enforced. But later on, they like really like went hard into enforcing it. And I had to get volume 3 because we got like other men's women. I gotta get this right. The Purchase Price, Frisco Jenny, Midnight Mary, Heroes for Sale, and Wild Buys on the Road. So these films kind of have something in common. And there's that Wim Wellman, who was a fantastic director, by the way. Kind of he was called the Wild Bill. So was his nickname. So there are actually there's like aside from having 3 commentaries and some shorts, cartoons on here, because Warner Brothers always did that type of stuff. There's a bonus disc with 2, not 1, but 2 documentaries on director William Wellman. I'm taking this upstairs to watch tonight, by the way, just so you know. I'm a huge Wellman fan. That pre-code set is from TCM. That is correct. He did a bunch of these, by the way. But only the first few had like documentaries and stuff on them. The rest of them are like pretty like See, I don't think that, I'm not sure if the studios had morals or not, because in reality, like some of the stuff that went on behind the scenes, probably way worse than anything that could go on cinema. So I got a couple other TCM archive ones to show you. Hey, Chris, you're in late today. And this is Garbeau. It's a documentary on Greta Garbeau, narrated by Julie Christie. And it's right here. It's fantastic, actually. I'm a huge fan of Greta Garbeau, so. How big of a fan? Well, this is the Garbeau Silent Collection. Also a huge fan of this. And what it has on here, it's a 2-disc set. It has like his pretty much the earliest years in Hollywood. We got like The Temptress from 1926, Flesh and the Devil from 1927, The Mysterious Lady from 28, and like a bunch of like featurettes on here as well, like commentaries on here, you know, talking about like an alternate ending for Flesh and the Devil, photo montages, that type of thing. I actually found this at a store, at a rental store. Hey, welcome, man. John with the glasses, how you doing? So next up is one that I was like super stoked to find, and that is the Lon Chaney collection, which has the very creepy looking London After Midnight vampire on the back. And there's a reason for that. So this has the Ace of Hearts, Laugh Clown Laugh, which is heartbreaking, and The Unknown, and the documentary Lon Chaney, A Thousand Faces. But it also has as a bonus, London After Midnight is a lost film. It's a lost like silent film. So the important thing you should know about it is that it's gone. Like there's no way to find it. Oh, did you? Did you like the Lone Ranger? That is a sexy Lone Ranger set. I do like that. But this has the like a reconstruction of London After Midnight, like with the with like pretty much stills of the film, and it does go through the entire film. It's actually really cool. We watched it, and I love it on there. And last but not least for the TCM ones is the Laurel and Hardy collection. Laugh Clown Laugh is really good. And on here we got the Devil's Brother, Bonnie Scotland. I can't do a Scottish accent either, apparently. Plus some bonus Laurel and Hardy excerpts. So, again, there's a bunch of stuff on here. There's a documentary on here called Added Attractions, a Hollywood Short Story, narrated by Chevy Chase. And pretty much talking about like Hollywood, like short comedy films. Hey there, Daz. Welcome, man. What's my t-shirt? Oh. Can you guess the film? I was asked recently if was from somebody in the store that saw the shirt. Oh, are you class of '85? And I was like, sure, sure, why not? Yeah, I'm totally class of '85. This is my, these are just some of the students that I went to school with. So why not, right? Let them. All right, I got a few more here, and mostly in the Blu-ray range, a couple DVDs. But somebody asked if I could show these recently. You're right about Breakfast Club, definitely Breakfast Club. So these are my Kino Lorber redemption titles. So first off is, I better cover this one up. John Rollins, The Shiver of the Vampire. That's 54. And inside of it there is a booklet which I really like. Look at that art. Unfortunately, can't show a lot of what's inside the booklet, but Next up is Jess Franco's The Awful Dr. Orloff, which is actually a very early and really good Jess Franco film. So if you've only seen Jess Franco and you think like the sleazier stuff, you might want to check this one out because it's not that at all. This one is Diabolical Dr. Z. Daz, right now, I think, on the bottom of the other one, nudity, Andrew, because of nudity. And because it's YouTube, and unfortunately, you can show violence like crazy on YouTube, but you can't show nudity. Because, I don't know, heads would explode? We'll go with that, huh? But right now, Daz, actually, Kino has a sale going on. Dasuki, have a fantastic day. Are you doing a stream tomorrow? I know you normally do a Saturday stream, so if you are, feel free to pimp it out, man. Let people know when you're doing stuff. Because anybody that does something on here, they got a video coming up or something like that, you want to like mention that in the comments. Like definitely mention it. If you're looking towards buying some Criterion during the Criterion sale, Dasuki is the guy whose channel you got to start watching now if you're not watching it. I'm serious. That's who I go to for my Criterion stuff. He just knows his stuff, man. Are these in order? I think the air. We'll go with the air. The U is silent. See, that's because I suck at pronunciation. And I own it that I suck at pronunciation. I don't get it either, Sasha, man. It's something that has always baffled me. Europe has it right. All right. So speaking of Europe, Jess Franco's Oasis of the Zombies. Thanks for letting me know though, JR, because I honestly definitely feel free to correct me. I get things wrong all the time. I'm surprised he didn't correct me. He should have actually. So Oasis Zombies, Jess Franco, not one of his better films. Oh no, of course that's right. That's exactly what you do. So this is a surprising Daisuke. I should know that because I watch the channel and he says it every time and I still get it wrong. You're right, because I've heard it. But you know what? I suck at this stuff. How do you know I suck at this stuff? Because Mr. Phoenix's name I get wrong almost every time, and you guys tell me, and then I get it wrong again. What's better, Oasis of the Zombie or Zombie Lake? Zombie Lake, 100 times. I will definitely say that. And welcome, Bridge, by the way, to the Cult of Cinema. Yeah, I gotta love YouTube subtitles. So this one is very un-Franco-like in some ways. Like at the beginning of this film, there is a couple, a female couple, that are camping. And on a regular Just Franco film, if there's a female couple, and I do mean as a couple, like they are a couple, it's subjective. What would you think would happen during the camping scene? If you were going to say, "Oh no, he didn't embarrass me, man. That's cool." Never think that. Yeah, no, Daz, not at all. Boobs nowhere. I was so disappointed. I was like, Jess Franco, what happened? What happened, man? You weren't delivering the goods. Great cover, though. Fantastic cover. Nowhere to be found. I'm not lying, man. It's true. It's true. Anyway, next up is Pete Walker. And this is House of Whipcord. Again, I love this film. It is a, if you like Pete Walker, basically around this time, like there was Hammer films, and Hammer was kind of playing stuff out with the whole gothic stuff, right? So there was this whole like bunch of like English directors that were really like kind of going for it. Zombies and boobs don't go together. Boobs. Well, they kind of do if you see Revenge of the Living Dead girls from Severin Films, because yes, nude zombies all over the place, Severin. So basically, this was kind of a pushback on like on the whole gothic horror cinema to do something different and a little bit more edgy. And Pete Walker is one of the guys that did that. And House of Whipcord, it is Ragman. It's an excellent film. Sheila Keith is great, and the Sheila Keith is in a few Pete Walker films. She's an older lady, and she definitely has a menace come across when she wants to. Uh, Great audio commentary on this one as well with Pete Walker. There's an interview with him on here. Fantastic film. You're going to see a few Pete Walkers come up here, by the way. Next up is Pete Walker film. I know you're shocked. How could it be? Two in a row. Is Schizo. I actually really like this one. This is one I found out about later on. I do think that the title gives a bit away when it comes to the actual film, because there's a bit of a mystery to this one. That you're going to figure it out, because it's called Schizo, and you know, kind of a bit of a dead giveaway there. I love the fact that they have the actual poster Schizo on the back, which I think is cool anyway. We'll get to that one too, Bill. And it is a really good one, by the way. This is pretty much what I would call an English giallo. It's definitely an English giallo. Next up is one that I love, Susan George. Like, I got to put that out there right away. I'm a huge fan of Susan George. That being said, this is not my favorite Susan George or my favorite Pete Walker film. And it is, but maybe I got to rewatch it. Die Screaming Marianne. And again, the very beautiful Susan George is in this film. But I found this one a bit of a bore. I'm going to be bluntly honest. I found it kind of made me snooze a bit. And all these are in Morocco right now, and I'm kind of upset because I kind of want to watch some of these. Oh, you may be happy, by the way. Just putting that out there. You might be happy with this one, with these. So next up though is The Comeback, which is Pete Walker as well. This is my favorite Pete Walker film personally, and it is definitely a giallo. It actually stars what's his name again? Jack Jones, right? Yeah, Jack Jones was like a pop star back in the day. So this cover sucks for the movie The Comeback. This is not at all what the movie's about or what it's like. This is like one scene in the film. It does not represent the movie very well. Fright is a much better Susan George movie. I would definitely agree with you on that one, Bill. Dirty Mary and Straw Dogs, you're right. Two fantastic films, by the way. Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, and Straw Dogs are, again, fantastic films. Okay, I'm going to put it out there. I love this movie. I've watched this movie many times. You can judge me. I don't mind. Mighty Joe Young, I actually do have that over there somewhere, but I don't remember where it's at. And that is The Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine. It's a good film. I'm telling you, it's a good. Straw Dogs by Peckinpah. Yep, that's Susan George. And it's by Sergio Greco. Does. If you're wondering if it has what you're thinking it has, oh hell yeah, oh hell yeah, and it's good. So, yes, so you'll be pleased with that part of it. It wasn't just her; it was the film itself. But I probably got to rewatch it. Like, I never find her boring, but that film was a little on the slower side compared to like some of Pete Walker's other works. Speaking of Pete Walker's other works, the Pete Walker Collection Volume 2, because I needed to have all of the Pete Walker stuff. So it's got the Flesh and Blood show, which actually has a 3D scene at the beginning of the film. Frightmare, House of Mortal Sin, Home Before Midnight, which isn't a horror one. And there's two like kind of action ones, so action, The Big Switch and Man of Violence. So you're getting like 6 Pete Walker films on here, which is actually super cool. We got some commentaries. The anograph glasses aren't included, but anybody can get anograph glasses anywhere nowadays. So, and somebody, I don't know how they could figure that this one was going to be here, but good call, by the way, because I have one Jezebel in my collection. That's an offshoot of Redemption, by the way, and it is Schoolgirl Hitchhikers. So yeah, the Jean Rollin film. I don't have a lot of Jean Rollin films in my collection, but Schoolgirl Hitchhiker is one of the ones that I got. You sensed it. Good sense, by the way. Uh, it's a fun film. I remember watching this one, School of the Holy Beast. I have a while back. Nunsploitation, right? I love nunsploitation stuff. Oh my God, I think I've gone through everything. I've gone through everything that I was going to show you guys there. What do I do now? Like, got lots more movies. Like, don't get me wrong. Uh, but now, do you know what's going to be? You know what's not going to be machine-like? Is when I got to put all this stuff back. Because, oh man, so not looking forward to that. Especially the Steelbooks, because Steelbooks, super heavy. The Devil's Story. I don't think I have actually. That actually makes me interesting. There is an exploitation genre. That is an actual genre, and I'm not even joking. I'm actually a fan. There's nunsploitation. There's Nazi exploitation. Don't worry, you're going to be getting a video on each of those genres. So I might have to put those under the Cult Cinema After Dark label, because for those that are new here, by the way, two tons of big. I did see that actually. What I see, Miss 45 is more of the rape revenge films. That is basically, I do like some videos where it's definitely more of an adult slant to it. That doesn't mean it's an adult film or something like that, but is it going too repetitive for you? I see. I still got to do them, but I don't have as much to do in box though. That's the thing, right? Really inappropriate. But so what I do is I have a sub label like on my channel called Cinema After Dark. So basically, if I'm going to be talking about something like, it may not be an X-rated film, but it could be like Nazi exploitation or nunsploitation or something that's going to be like definitely not for kiddies, I will mark that one as a Cult of Cinema After Dark. So if it's not a topic that you're interested in, or if you got the family around, you don't want to be talking about, I don't know, like Pinky films or nunsploitation or Nazi exploitation or something like that, then that's your label warning right there. Because YouTube is pretty big on that stuff nowadays. But I want to be able to make sure that I can do the amount of videos, because it's fun. I watch so many unboxing videos. It's like it's an addiction to me. Well, it'll still be on this channel, and it'll just be when you'll see them. I've done a couple when the Vinegar Cinema sale was going on. I did a Vinegar Cinema After Dark. I did a Call to Cinema After Dark, and basically what it was, I showed off every like Vinegar Cinema adult title that I had, and I talked about them, and I gave some ideas for titles to pick up. So it'll be on this one here, and as I get a few of them, I'll put them in a playlist. I don't have enough yet to put into a playlist, but when I get that done, I'll be putting things, and I'll be doing that eventually. I'll be putting like collection videos, and I'll be putting some of the other stuff in the playlists as well. So hopefully that helps out, because I think that'll make it a little bit easier to find some of this stuff. I gotta take a little bit of apple juice because my throat is a bit dry. As you can see, I'm trying to be a bit healthy. Oh, and also I'm trying not to choke myself. Vigil of the Damned, Vigil of Doom. Oh, Giallo. Like, yeah, I do a lot of videos on Giallo. I talk about Giallo a lot. I did pre-order the Umberto Lenzi Carol Baker box set from Severin Films, so that will be an upcoming one. I don't expect it to come anytime before the other stuff comes. So I'm guessing sometime in July, late July probably. I know that Emily, I'm not sure if Emily's still here or not, but where to get my Diagnosis of Murder box set? Actually, I was at a video game store, of all places. I was at a video game store, and they had like this this bin of like TV box sets. Well, I'm drinking apple juice, so I'm very much like the tame person right now. Well, there is like a Kino Lorber, like I saw like online. that they're having a sale right now. Not quite sure if the redemptions are on sale or not. There is actually, I heard that there is some like super hints on the Forgotten Jelly box. I heard it's coming out in September, uh, and that it's I think Blu-ray.com even had guesses on like what the three movies were. Like they were pretty certain, uh, but I don't know if they're correct or not, so I won't say them. But there is a second, like there is a 100% certain second Forgotten Jelly box set coming out in September. So keep an eye out for that. I've got every Vinegar Syndrome box set so far. I'm definitely all juiced up. Well, but I went down the wrong pipe, Alan. So I'm like trying to, I'm talking, trying to breathe at the same time, because still struggling with that juice that's gone down the wrong pipe. Because that's the thing. All right, so what I want to talk about, I would definitely review the Lindsay Baker box set, and much like I reviewed, and I hope you enjoyed it, the Forgotten Jelly box set. I'll review every one of them. I'll even talk about special features as well, and like I'm not sure if there's commentaries. I think there's commentaries on the films, at least some of the films, so that'll be making it a bit more interesting as well to do. So I'll be doing that, and of course I'll be unboxing, like, because I do the unboxings, the 18 Severin films that I'm going to have. So holy crap, I bought a lot of Severin films recently. Yeah, and I bought a lot of them for my channel. Uh, so I hope you guys like some cheesy Severin stuff coming up, because yeah, we gonna be diving deep into stuff. Ozploitation is going to be a video that's coming up. Nazi exploitation. I'm going to talk about the Ilsa films and all that stuff. I'm super excited about that. We're going to do a video on Mondo films, which should be fun. And for some people, it's going to be probably the first time dealing with Mondo films. And a lot of other things actually. Because I'm trying to branch out and talk about a lot of different topics. So the reason I'm doing a lot of these collection videos right now, aside from that I find them really fun to do and people tend to dig on them a bit, is that I want you guys to kind of get an idea of some of the other stuff that I have in my collection that I don't normally talk about, because it may not fit under the boutique label or the genre stuff. And that way, if you ever have ideas for videos, you can always shoot them up with me. So we will be getting a new film noir one down the road. Oh, Amy does. I actually got that lined up to watch actually. From Australia. Hey, welcome, Jamie. Bring on the Ozploitation. Oh yeah, we're going to be looking at a lot of Ozploitation stuff. I'm going to do a complete video on it. So I got Felicity coming. I got Next to Kin coming. Obscure budget titles. Ooh, interesting. I like that actually. Have I done westerns? That is one of the most requested things I get asked about is westerns. I have not yet, because I got some box sets that I got to watch through before I can actually do the western one, including a Sartana set back there. That's hey there, Richard. Stretching your cinema rise. I'm glad actually. Hawaii Five-O. I have the huge set, the old show series. Hawaii Five-O. I got that big set that came out, the big long one, the big like heavy one. I have that because I'm a big Hawaii Five-O fan. George, have a great evening there. Hope you get lots more indicator and cool stuff in the mail. Martial arts kung fu flicks. I did talk about them a little bit, but I want to do like a really decent video on that. I'm going to be doing, and he's not here tonight, but I'm going to be doing a video with, my God, my brain is killing me tonight. I'm going to be with Logan Toxic. I just have to like set it up to like get it all set up to do, so we can do a live stream together. Back in the day, live streams were easy to do with other people. Nowadays, YouTube were like, haha, we're gonna make it hard on you. So they did, and it is, and yeah. But I downloaded some stuff. I think I'm going to use StreamYard. So thank you guys for that. I've looked at a couple different ways, but StreamYard looks to be the easiest to go with. So I'm probably going to use StreamYard to do that one. Not really. I mean, like, there's so much coming out now, Jared, that it's so hard to keep up with. That's the thing. Mexican horror, definitely. I would like to get my better half, even if she stays off camera, is a voice on the side of the camera, to talk about Mexican horror, because she's a huge fan. And like the El Santo stuff, like she loves that stuff. And oh man, just great stuff. 8 Hong Kong classic martial arts titles. And nobody's seeing them. Like, nobody can see my titles. That's it. I'll just keep them here in the dark. Class of 1985. I'm class of 1989. I graduated in '89, and I went to journalism school afterwards. And much later, I went to business school. And my specialty is in social media and public relations, though I don't work in it, because the area that I live in doesn't really give any big options for working in social media and public relations. Though I did work in it for a while, and it was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it. Ironically, not the best at promoting my own channel, which is on social media, which I probably should do, but not something I've been doing that well, because I've been on here for over 8 years and I got 2,500 subscribers. So that's what that is, and I really do. Like, I've got a Patreon, and do you know how many people know that I've actually got it? Like, very few, because I never mention it. Though, if you're a fan and you wanna like support through Patreon or something like that, I am going to be putting something up there. So I am going to be putting a Discord out soon, a Discord server for my Patreon people. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to dive into Discord and all that type of stuff. You know what, quality over quantity. I got quality people. That is true. I got to say, I got some cool people to come in here, and I'm just lucky enough that I've been able to reach out to people that I really admire. Hey there, John. Oh, you work in social media? Excellent. I love social media, and some social media. Not so big on the Facebook thing anymore. That's like it's really a dying one right now, Facebook. But the other stuff, pretty cool with. Oh, really? Is Walkabout coming in a box set? I would love that. I love Jenny Agutter. What's like they said on the couplings, Jenny Agutter was like, you know, guaranteed nudity. Did you for Full Moon? How did that go? I hope he treated you well and like paid you decent for that, because I actually liked a lot of the Full Moon stuff. Unfortunately, the more recent stuff, you know, the Evil Bongs of the world. Were you around during Evil Bong versus Ginger Dead Man? Because I can't imagine that had to be easy to promote, because, oh my God. What's my favorite Charles Band film? I like the Puppet Master films. I really do. If you're talking to him, then I would like to know that too, actually. Oh, see, my 66 your first film with them. Dude, you had a uphill battle, and I salute you. As one PR person to another, you did awesome. But my like Tourist Trap, if you want to consider that like a Charles Band film, I love Tourist Trap. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite slasher films of all time. It literally creeps me out. Have a great evening at work. I hope you enjoyed this, and so see you back here next time. Tourist Trap is not. You cannot go mad with Tourist Trap. It was so good. It was just such a good film. Chuck Connors is amazing in it. Tanya Roberts is in Tourist Trap. Wow. Uh, Still one of the most underrated Charlie's Angels of all time, by the way. And just such a good film. And so it creeps me out right from the opening. And the music in Tourist Trap is just incredible as well. Which was probably Richard Band, because he does a lot of the music for especially for the early stuff. Virgins from Hell is amazingly fun. If you've never seen Virgins from Hell, it's put up by Mono Macabre, and it's a great like disc because it's two discs and there's like a bunch of stuff on the other disc as well, including like some trailers and stuff like that. But if you've never seen Virgins from Hell, watch Virgin from Hell. It's better than you think it is. Like it's seriously better. It's a better film than you think it is. And you know what a good film to watch with is? Like maybe an Andy Sedaris film or like Ted V. Michaels when he did like those early like oh God, the Doll Squad stuff like that. Like that stuff. That's the kind you can double feature with. Thank you, Chris. I'm always glad when you're in here. And you know you inspired me to keep doing these collection videos. The Devils, the one with Oliver Reed, like the one we're still waiting to get an uncut version of on. I've got the one edition of The Devils over there. Which one is it? I think it's Eureka or BFI. I think it's BFI put out. Yeah, it's an excellent film. Um, it's still not totally uncut, but so far this is the most uncut version of it out there. Uh, this is also Morocco. How do I know? That's how I know. But I took all my BFIs and brought them to Morocco anyway. Deep End's there too, and I love Deep End. I usually watch that one like at least 3 or 4 times a year. Picked up the new City of the Living Dead from Scorpion. Oh yeah, didn't John didn't they have that with the Gates of Hell? Like what's in Morocco? My condo, which I can't get to for like a bit of probably for the next 6 months to a year, because of what's going on right now. I have a condo in Morocco, and a house. So that's where I'm going to be living, and that's where I'm going to be teaching film. So I'm excited to get there, but it's going to take a while. My better half's from Morocco. I'm Canadian. She's from Morocco, and she's in human resources. But she was trained, as a marine biologist, but she works in human resources. I'm trained as in public relations, and I work in sales. So yeah, so that's how it goes right now. that's But at least at least we're working at a time when it's really it's hard. But Sam, what really? Because it's super hard. Um, well, yeah, the condo was a Christmas gift from her uncle a couple years back, and the house is her mom's really like so, but like it's like inheritance type thing. Um, I personally don't have, but that's what we have a condo in. Hopefully, John. Hopefully, it will be. It's just taken a long time, but at least it gives me like a year to like get some lessons plans done up, because that's going to take a while. Unfortunately, pay is not exactly the highest when it comes to that. My pay is not the highest right now, anyway. But yeah, that's why I have to save up to get stuff. I really don't know. Like, what am I thinking? I mean, like, I've got some ideas. And the thing is, I will probably be teaching different, like, groups of people. So I'm going to be teaching some younger people. And I know I'm going to be doing some Harryhausen with stuff like that. And I want to do, like, some fantasy. So I might kind of dive into some Jacques Demy. And I got some older, like, college students that I'll be teaching as well. And then we're going to go with the first lesson is actually Infidelity in Cinema. And we're going to be looking at stuff like Les Diaboliques, and we're going to be looking at some Claude Chabrol, stuff like that. So hopefully that didn't bore you too much. But yeah, that's some of the stuff we're going to be looking into. And I want to like dive into, hopefully get them into some films that they may not have seen. Actually, I was like, I work in phone sales, right? Like basically, I haven't seen who does the voiceover for the new Unsolved Mysteries. I'm curious because I haven't seen. I know that my sister, my youngest sister actually, started watching it last night. I didn't know that was on yet. I had no idea, but she told me. But I don't know who does the voiceover. Like I remember the Robert Stack, no host. Oh, I don't know what I feel about that. You used to teach film, Bill. So if I get in any bumps along the way, I may contact you, just so you know. Oh, but different types of cinema, Sasha. Yeah, eventually. You guys are great practice. You really are. A lot of foreign. Well, I'm going to be teaching in French, so that's why I'm learning French right now. Slowly and painfully learning French. Wasn't there another version? No, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Hey there, Jason. Wasn't there another version of Unsolved Mysteries like after the Robert Stack one? Because I kind of remember there being one. Or am I? Is that like just in my head? Like I'll definitely check it out. I loved Unsolved Mysteries as a kid. Dennis Frana, thank you. I knew it was that was the thing. Now, back in the day, my youngest sister wouldn't watch Unsolved Mysteries because she was really young, and she would hear like Robert Stack's voice and the music from Unsolved Mysteries. Hey, well, say hello to one from one Moroccan partner to another. Well, mine is in bed right now, but say hi anyway. You do miss the voiceover. I can't imagine. It's going to be a little weird for me without a voiceover at all. Because, yeah, I heard that like Robert Stack is like kind of like I'm not sure if it's in the opening or something, but they show him in the background type of thing. Lance Henriksen would be great. Lance Henriksen, and even the guy that kind of looks like him, Stephen McHattie. Remember him? Like he recently did a movie. What was it called? It was like a dad. Like Hello. Oh, God, it was a good movie too. Come to Daddy. Yeah, Stephen McHattie was in. Good film if you haven't seen it, by the way. I liked it anyway. Stranger Things is really good. Did you like Come to Daddy, Jamie? I thought it was cool. Like the twist. The twist is pretty cool. And it almost kind of like near the end, like it starts out like I'm thinking, oh, Come Daddy's gonna be like a horror film, and it almost seems like kind of Coen Brothers in a certain part of it. If you know what I mean, with the twist and all the thing, kind of almost gives you a Coen feel. But I actually really liked it. I thought it was a really good film. It's only 6 episodes. Well, I guess that's a good way to start, right? Get 6 episodes. You know what my favorite Netflix show is? Don't and I would tell you this 110%. With Elijah Wood. It is interesting, actually. Dungeon, check it out. Don't like look up anything before you see it, though. Don't, not even a trailer, because it's some neat twists. But my favorite is The Toys That Made Us, hands down. Oh, see, learning French is going to take me a long time, man. But thank you so much. The Toys That Made Us, best Netflix show, in my opinion, like hands down. If you've not seen The Toys That Made Us, way better than you think it's going to be. Like way better than you think it's going to be. Because you're like, oh, what's this? Barbie? How can a documentary on how Barbie was made be interesting? Oh, it can. It so can. Because there's such twists. The movies that made us was really good too, but the Toys that made us is definitely the best. It is so good. Trust me, it's got the best opening theme song. It's that I just cannot go through pass through the theme song. You know what it is, Daz, is that you're gonna like the WWF action figures. It's really good. But let me put it to you this way. It's the ones that you think you're not gonna like or you think are gonna be lamer. Those are the ones that are gonna blow your mind. That's the movies that made us, Brian. That's by the same people that did the toys that made us. So if you've seen that one, then watch the toys that made us because that's their like the movies that made us is great, but the toys that made us is on another level. And you know what? On that level, at 120 minutes, so I've been here for 2 hours, and I gotta put these movies back. Oh my God, that is gonna take forever. I am Aaron. This is my movie library. You, you are the cult of cinema, and Daz is right. Is 110% time for tea. Have a great night, guys. I will see you soon, probably here tomorrow. If not, the day after.